Today we have a reading for you about somebody who is seen as they're being judged as being weak. And so this could be about a gap in power or a boss who's being horrible. But we have this like underestimating someone and trying to keep them from greatness or happiness. And this person who is seen as weak, or these individuals who are seen as weak, um, they're working together. And I feel like they're able to present a united front or kind of surprise people in terms of their ability to defend themselves. So this is Aradia, and this is from the Dark Goddess Oracle. Aradia is the archetypal defender of Roman origin. She was the daughter of Diana and Apollo. She was known as the goddess of witches because she was sent to teach people, especially the poor and oppressed, how to perform witchcraft and magic, and to defend themselves against oppression, exploitation, and ridicule. So we have this like somebody's trying and maybe it's not like the most effective. I am kind of seeing that, oh gosh, what was it called? American Horror Story Coven series. Because there was this idea of you have some innate capability, but if you learn from the best, then you can be much more effective and understand what you're really capable of, especially when you have others with you. So there is a sense of teamwork and rising up against something that seems insurmountable. So let's call on spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Hello, Ruben. Hello, Tiana. Hello, Stephen. How are we doing? If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. You can find that in the description box along with more information on how to become a member. Thank you for the marshmallow high. In addition to that, in the description box, you can also find my Etsy page if you are interested in a homemade soy candle. Let's start off with the Santa Muerte and see what else we've got for you. Hello, Dennis. What's up? Hello, King. What's up? What else do we have? Justice. Whew. And the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, I feel like this is someone who is seen as less than or judged harshly by someone in a position of power, perhaps, or someone who's older. This could be about like teens working against like their school, but this is working together against something that is oppressive. We have the Emperor. This is, I think, the enemy. Five of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Also kind of makes me think of that movie 10,000 BC, I think is what it was called. I haven't seen it in a really long time, but that was a really good movie. Or even Stargate. But we have someone who feels like they have control, feels like they are unbeatable, or, they feel like they're the smartest person in the room. Hello, Danny. How are you? What's up, Marcus? Thank you for the tip. I hope you're doing well. Life-changing investment payoff. We will look into that. Thank you, Marcus. So we have someone who seems to walk away from a domicile, a building. But the thing is, they feel like they've locked up everything, nothing to worry about. They have this sense of like, no one can touch me. I'm, unstoppable, or I'm the biggest, baddest, whatever. But sometimes what I'm actually picturing is like little rats running around, and I'm not comparing humans to rats. I just want to be very clear about that. But rats took down a bunch of people in Europe with the bubonic plague. So sometimes we underestimate how powerful certain things can be, even rodents, right? This is somebody who is underestimating the people around them, and it's at their own peril. Hello, Cynthia. How are you doing? Thank you, Dennis. I appreciate it. And thank you, Marcus, for asking people to like and subscribe. I appreciate it. What would you suggest that it was instead, Dead Awesome? I'm curious to know. Was it, wait, was it Lestat? Hello, Lemonade. How's it going? What else do we have? Hierophant in the reverse and the Knight of Wands. There is someone who feels like they cannot be stopped, and they're about to be stopped by a group that they are not at all concerned about. They don't feel like they have anything to worry about because they overestimate their own control of the situation, or their ability perhaps to make people do certain things. So you're telling me I know you're wrong, but I don't know what it really is? Come on, homie. Read a book. Hello, Lee. How we doing? Pull some cards for June 3rd. Absolutely. Thank you, Lee. Hello. How we doing, DFA? Thank you for being a member. Hello, Sergio. What else do we have? The moon in the reverse. And temperance in the reverse. Now I'm seeing that scene from Shawshank Redemption when Andy Dufresne is matching his strikes with the clap of thunder so that he can complete his escape from Shawshank. There is somebody here who's walking away or doing something, trivial. They're not too concerned about it. And they feel like there's no problem here. They feel like everybody's locked away in their cages, or everybody's peaceful. There's not going to be anything they have to worry about. But temperance is in the reverse. It's like the stage has been set. And I don't think that the emperor is ready for what's about to happen. Yeah, we're not going to do that, okay? You want to talk about something else? That's cool, but we ain't getting into that. That's for homie who doesn't believe in rats. Hello, Mohammed. How are you doing? If you'd like me to pull some cards for you, feel free to put your request in a super chat. We have another Emma Stone sighting. Hello, Hope. Thank you for the high five. Hello, Kayla. I hope you're having a good day. DFA, thank you for the tip. Let me add that question for you. X and I reconcile. Yes. I've added that for you. Thank you, DFA. Hello. Is it Kian? Or should I call you Owen? You're welcome, DFA. It's been a while though, Tiana. It's kind of interesting. Maybe some bots ended up getting, punted, and they've been busy making some new bots that tell everybody they look like Emma Stone. What else do we have? Two of Swords in the reverse and the Devil in the reverse. There is a plot. There is a plan here. Let the Emperor think that everything is just fine. We'll whisper in the dark. We'll find the right time to take back our freedom, life, money. But this is we know how to address this Emperor, even though the Emperor has underestimated us, because the Five of Swords, this is sabotage. This is, we got a plan and we're going to make you freak out. Because you didn't think that we knew how to organize. What else? Nine of Swords. Yeah, I feel like the Emperor is traveling somewhere. And as the journey commences, we have someone who's distracted and maybe even a little bit gleeful, like everything is great, but they don't realize that as they're gallivanting around or traveling, there are messages being delivered and a plot or a plan that is in motion. This is the Marseille Cat Tarot. Hello, Random. How are you doing? Oh, congratulations. I hope everything goes well for that. Hello, Melissa. How are you doing? We've got the Four of Wands in the reverse. And the King of Cups in the reverse. There's someone here who has changed their opinion about the Emperor. They were previously supportive or on the Emperor's side, and they've learned some information or felt betrayed by a decision made by the Emperor, and now they are no longer loyal to this boss or patriarch, matriarch, maybe even their own spouse. Queen of Wands in the reverse. We have betrayal about to happen. It could be this person is traveling and here's how long they're going to be gone. So if you want to be making some plans without being discovered, now is an excellent time. And you have 36 hours. Do what you must, right? What else do we have? Ace of Swords in the reverse. Justice. Yeah, this Emperor has been lying about their actions, their choices, or their intentions, feeling like they had the advantage, like having an ace up their sleeve. But the reality is they have overestimated their intelligence or their strategy, or whoever they're dealing with has been underestimated. I do feel like this is somebody who is going to deal with some difficulty. Maybe it's deserved, but I do think we have someone who's doing witchcraft. We have the Magician in the reverse. So, but the thing is, I feel like this is one of those cases where I don't know if I'm going to really judge the witchcraft, because the spells that are being done, they're protective. And this is, I don't want to continue to deal with this Emperor not treating people right. Hello, Stephanie. How you doing? Thank you for the tip. Has he forgotten about me? Future actions. Thank you for the tip. I've added that for you. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Hello, HP. What's up? We have the Hanged Man and the Seven of Wands in the reverse. This is like there's no guard, there's no security. You know, we took down the security cameras. Go in and look at this person's tax records, or go in and you know, figure out what you need to. Or oh, what is that movie? Pan's Labyrinth. They have something placed under the bed. I don't remember what it's called. Mandrake root, maybe? I feel like there's something being placed in the office or the like quarters of this emperor while they're traveling, and it's spell work related. Three of Cups and Strength in the reverse. Ooh. The spell's goal or intent is to weaken somebody. Strength in the reverse. To siphon someone's power or health. This is no joke. Ten of Cups. Yeah, this is while you're away, I'm going to do some spell work, and because you are unfair or unjust, I'm going to do what I can to make you lose your standing, your place in society or in the company or whatever. Temperance in the reverse, following the Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands in the reverse. Take a small problem and make it bigger. Like, I want this person to get in trouble at work. I see that they forgot to turn off the faucet when they were doing dishes. So I'm not going to fix it for them. I'm going to let that turn into a bigger problem for them. That kind of thing, right? Like, let's make it so that you're not able to fix what is broken. Let's make it so that you're not able to recover from that cold. It's making things like more impactful. Hello, Magnet. How are you doing? Yes, thank you for liking and subscribing. This is the Tarot of the Nile. What else do we have? Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, Page of Pentacles in the reverse. This is like people pooling their money together in order to buy a lottery ticket, except for it's not a lottery ticket, it's spell work. I can't afford that individually, but all of us, we could like make that happen, right? We could work together to get that desired outcome of this person no longer being our teacher, no longer being our boss, no longer being in control. So the Emperor is the target. Does not have to be a man. King of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. This Emperor feels like they have a bunch of people that support them or stand next to them, want them to continue to be the CEO or be, you know, the the HOA president, whatever. But the reality is they have lost favor. And as more people see who this emperor really is or what their intentions truly are, there is a greater chance that people are switching sides. to the point where this emperor doesn't really have the friends that they thought. They don't have the support that they thought. And there's a lot of infighting or people who are like, yeah, you know what? Maybe this emperor isn't that great. I bet I could be a better CEO. Whatever they got wrong, I bet I could get it right. I bet I could actually do that much better. Hello, Tina. How are you doing? Oh, I'm glad you're back, Tiana. What else do we have? The Sun in the reverse and Justice. So whatever has been hidden, someone's true intentions, you know, maybe they're trying to buy a company and they don't want to be honest about what they're going to do with that company. They've hidden some reporting or some strategy here, but that's going to be exposed. And whatever they're trying to implement, I feel like it's going to fail. So there's too many people who are not interested in seeing this emperor succeed. 5 of Swords. And it's like growing each day. More people are looking at this emperor and saying, you know what? I don't like you. I don't like your face. I don't like how you talk. Vinod, really? Your number, please? Has that ever actually worked for you? Okay, bet. Give me $20. A little quoting of Doja Cat for you. Like, that's like the lamest request I think I've ever gotten for that. Oh my gosh, do better. Like, at least have one of those, like, obnoxious, like, baby, I can make all your dreams come true. Can I have your number? Just like, really, dude? No. No. I'm embarrassed for you. So we have the Ten of Cups and the Hanged Man. And the Tower. So while the cat's away, the mice will play. And those mice, they're planning for this emperor to get caught up. They're planning a trap. And it's going to unseat this emperor. And there's multiple people, maybe they have their own reasons for it. There's multiple people who want to see that work or that change go through. This is the Kipper. Let's see what else we've got. True, but I have a feeling that 20 bucks would still not be enough to justify giving my number to some random in the live chat. Love it. It's like, my number is 7. Oh, Lord. Like, at least. But it'd be like, here's my number for $20, and then black. So we got sudden wealth. I feel like this is someone who is, it's like, I bought this company, and I told everyone I was gonna, like, do right by it, but really, I'm just gonna, like, chop it up into little pieces and sell it. But we have someone here, this mature woman would be that Aradia. Does not have to be a woman, but this is someone who's like, you know what? I know what to do in this situation. All is not lost. We can do something. Hello, Chosen One. How are you doing? Poverty. So we could have someone who felt like they didn't have to abide by the law, or they didn't have to be honest about, you know, breaking up this company and a whole bunch of people losing their jobs, because we do have someone here who is pretty concerned over what's going to happen to the financial security of several people. This emperor is going to fall ill. I do not wish that on anybody. I don't think it's a good idea to. But this emperor who has hidden their negative intentions and their selfish intentions. They're targeted by people who want to impact this person's health because they want somebody else of high honor to be in charge of that company or in charge of that school. So we have some distraction, possibly a date or a vacation with, the marital partner. Yeah, they're traveling. And when they're away, I feel like something happens with regards to witchcraft. All right, so this is, if I can actually get it, the Oracle of Heaven and Hell. What else do we have? This is like the most difficult one to pronounce. You guys, how do I say that? I don't know. I'm gonna try it. Are you ready? Ayahuasca? What do you think? Like ayahuasca, but like a little bit different? Submission to a higher order. Sometimes people overestimate their power. I feel like Aradia is the higher power. And the emperor thought that they were like the end all be all. Like, yeah, take several seats. So we have somebody who is basically going to find out, perhaps the hard way, that they are not as invincible as they once thought. Hello, Timothy. How's it going? Please call me Carmen. Hello, Jose. Thank you for the star. Appreciate it. Ooh. So it would be easy to say this maybe says vine, but maybe it's like vine? That sounds like more fun, doesn't it? Extreme opposites or opposing factions. Yeah. The Emperor has more enemies, possibly has no clothes, but definitely has more enemies than they imagine. And in part, the issue here is this Emperor is not being honest about who they are planning on backing or what their actual plans are. Oh, that one was Stolas, by the way. I had to move quickly because I have an irrational fear of owls, and there was a picture of an owl. We have Luaya, Revelation. So this emperor goes on a trip. Maybe it's a vacation, maybe it's a business trip, like, oh, I'm acquiring another company, look at me go. But I'm doing it so that I can, lay off a bunch of people or make a bunch of money and break some promises. But this revelation, I feel like this is your plans, Mr. Emperor, Mrs. Emperor, going to be shared with everybody. So there's no way for them to lie anymore. So they're going to be exposed for what's really going on. But I also feel like there's someone here who's saying, and we're also going to cast a spell on you. What do we want? This is the character oracle. You want to see the owl? There you are. And don't say he's cute, because he's not. He's terrifying. What else do we have? Influencer, trendsetter, content creator, follower, online influence, magician. Stop! You guys, look at how many cards are in here. That's a lot of cards, okay? And we're talking about did some magic happen? Did some witchcraft happen? And I get the Magician? I think that's a yes. And we've got trendsetters or followers or people working together online to like embolden or empower the spell. We have one person who's laying like the strategy, putting the strategy together. And I do feel like they're joining the voices together, right? We have harmony on here. This is multiple people from multiple different places working together, but I feel like they're saying the same thing, and it's spell work. So we'll get just a few from the Gypsy Oracle, and then we're going to start on personal questions. Hello, Fantastic. How are you doing? What else? Frivolity. So this trip is not a vacation. Maybe they're lying about what it is. Wow, you guys, this person's going to fall ill. Now we have the malady card. See that person in their bed? This person's going to get ill, and they're not going to get better, or it's going to be real difficult for them to recover. And I do feel like somebody very close to them has betrayed them. I feel like it's a marital partner or a lover. Considering we got the wife card and now the lover. This is like, yeah, this person's traveling, so like go on ahead. What do you need? I don't like them either. Excellent. What else? Yeah. They're buying and selling stuff and it's causing some issues, and they're not being honest about what their actual end goal is. So we have some cooperation among the Emperor's enemies. Alrighty. So shall we dive into those personal questions? Hello, Kuzi. We will go with the Wild Reflections Tarot. We've got Marcus, and then Lee, and then DFA, and then Stephanie. So, what does Marcus need to know regarding the investment payoff? Will this happen soon? Yes. I do feel like there was a delay because of unexpected changes, but there is a partnership or a contract in place that is, it's like the stars are aligning the way they were supposed to. Knight of Cups and the Hierophant. There's been a change of leadership somewhere in the industry, and this is changing things for the better. This strategy, this is you over here, like a couple steps ahead. Anything else Marcus needs to know? Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. Increase in financial stability. And the Emperor. The Emperor stays cool under pressure. So this is saying patience is a virtue. And I do feel like there's something about your wife bringing you good luck. Tell me more about this. I feel like there's going to be a decision approaching you in the near future, and she gives you good counsel. It could be like when to sell a stock. It could be whether or not that's the right thing to invest in, or, you know, do we need to change the strategy? She gives you good advice. And I do feel like the number 6 is important. So it could be referring to June, for example. But yes, Ace of Wands, that's like opportunity or money coming through. because the Queen of Pentacles is clarifying it. So keep the faith. Let's see what we've got for Lee. This is the Meta Muse. What does Lee need to know about court on June 3rd? Hello, Elijah. How are you doing? What does Lee need to know regarding court on June 3rd, please? King of Pentacles. Death in the reverse. Judgment in the reverse. Prince or Knight of Pentacles. There is a decision that was made months ago that I feel like this is probably your ex, but somebody felt like they would be able to keep this decision under wraps. Nobody would find out about it. I do feel like this is a financial decision or something that happened that was kept secret. And this secret was never going to remain secret forever. So we could have someone who lied about like getting fired, for example, or lied about how you spent this money, or lied about whether or not you lived here or there. This lie has been in place for a while, but it's also causing some anxiety, and it should, because it's not going to stay secret anymore. Queen of Cups in the reverse and the Three of Wands in the reverse. I do see also a very emotional outburst over some unexpected information being revealed. And I do feel like this happens in the court. There is someone here who's changing their mind or seeing things in a different light. And with the Six of Pentacles, I feel like it shifts the decision. With that scale, I'm very focused on a scale. Like initially I would have argued this was the best thing to do, but now I'm leaning towards this. Now I feel like we have to be a little bit more on like the side of tough love. So we have someone who's like gotten away with something or got off easy. They're not going to be getting off easy anymore. Thank you, Tiana. Let me add that for you. Situationship Aries. What's the tea we need to know? All right, I've added that for you. Thank you, Tiana. Anything else for Lee, please? Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. This has to do with money. How money is earned, how money is spent. This truth is coming out and it's making someone emotionally overreact and get defensive, and it changes somebody's perspective. I hope that's in your favor. All right, this is the Weird Cat Tarot. Let's see what we've got for DFA. DFA and the ex have reconciled. What does DFA need to know about this reconciliation? I'm adding that for you. Thank you, DFA. And you have good timing, so I'll just add it into this one. Five of Pentacles in the reverse, Magician in the reverse, Six of Cups and the Knight of Wands. So we have somebody here who is not feeling particularly confident. Why? Is this DFA's energy? Yeah, I feel like there's doubts coming from your side. So it may be like a little bit hesitant, right? Like, I'd really like this to go well, but I'm nervous that it's not going to go well. So why the Six of Cups and the Knight of Wands? I feel like this was rushed. I feel like there was not enough healing or recovery. We've got the King of Wands. Someone who is being bold and pursuing something, but maybe has kind of forgotten some of the details in their haste. So is DFA right as far as the gut instinct here? Yes. You're seeing things slightly differently now. And I feel like that's what's making you kind of question something. Eight of Cups in the reverse. Some problem is coming back around. But we also have this like look over here, like how a magician distracts you, gets you to like, you know, focus on one thing while they're doing something over here. So be cautious. It's not that this couldn't work in the future, but I do feel like something has been rushed. So there's action that can be taken. There's something that can be improved upon, but it's like you took the cake out of the oven, you put the toothpick in the middle, and you realize, oh, the cake's not done. Gotta put it back in. Or the half-cooked burrito situation. But I feel like something isn't ready yet. I feel like something's been rushed. Not that it can't work at some point, but like right now, it's not like quite ready. So give it some time, because I do feel like the intentions are there. It's just like, that's great, but you actually have to like follow through with those, right? And I wish you luck. I hope things go well. Tony. When I do personal readings, they are not about me. So you can put whatever other question you want in there. But that's one of my rules. This is not about you getting to know me. I'm not on here for like your entertainment in that regard, right? I'm here to read for your lives, not mine. So Tony, no, come up with a different question and it's not going to be about me, okay? Let's get some cards for Stephanie. Stephanie is asking, has C forgotten about me? Has C forgotten about Stephanie? No. Four of Cups in the reverse. Seven of Wands. There are specific reminders or specific times during the day or night that really make it difficult for this person to be able to forget you. So there's reminders. There are, I think in particular at night, a lot of like triggers or things that make C wonder what's going on with you and think about like, what if I had done things this way or that way? Would it have had like a different outcome? And also thinking about what could potentially happen long term, right? What are the future actions from C towards Stephanie? The Sun in the reverse, the King of Cups, and the King of Swords in the reverse. Intentionally being like, it's like self-delusion. So is this somebody who's pretending they don't have love for Stephanie? This is someone who's pretending that they don't have what it takes to do the long-term thing, or they don't have what it takes to make an offer towards you. But yeah, King of Swords in reverse, they're literally like lying to themselves. I kind of just want to pull a few from Dead Inside. What else about C, please? Good, Stephanie. Putting off feeling again. They're lying to themselves. They're like, feelings? Emotions? I don't need those. All I need is Dr. Pepper and brownies, and I'm good. Yeah, laughing through the pain. I don't want to admit that I'm heartbroken. I don't want to admit that I miss somebody. I'm just going to like distract myself in any possible way. I do feel like there could be some partying or drinking or something. Convincing yourself it's fine. Everything is fine. I don't have to worry about it. So this person's avoidant, which to me says, will there be future actions towards you? I don't know. I don't think so. I think the fact that they're avoiding the healing and the feeling means it's pretty difficult for them to get to the point where they're revealing, right? Like, I don't want to accept that I miss you. I don't want to accept that I want to be near you. I'm just going to distract myself with like the latest show that I feel like binge watching, right? I know, it's my new favorite as well. Well, of course, I really do like the stained glass tarot. That's my favorite new oracle deck, and the stained glass tarot is my new favorite tarot deck. Stephanie, this is somebody who's just like avoiding things. So I don't think it has as much to do with you. I think it's literally like I'm trying to forget everything that might make me feel like a little bit painful or frustrated. All right, let's see what we have for Tiana. This is the Bianco Nero. What is the tea on the Aries situationship? What is the gossip on the Aries situationship for Tiana? Sounds good. Six of Pentacles. There's 4 hands down there. It could just be 2 people, but I don't know, man. And the Knight of Cups in the reverse. This is someone who likes to have a lot of offers or likes to have a lot of interest, but you know what? I think I'll say no to all of them, or I'll just like lead them on, or I'll just be like a little bit like interested one day, and then for 6 days I won't be interested, and then I'll come back around and I'll be interested. Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Like, yeah, let's talk, let's flirt, let's get to know each other, but then I'm gonna be like, gone, inaccessible, leave me alone. I don't feel like this is somebody who's interested in commitment, but they like attention. They want to feel loved without the tricky elements of being in love. So I think this is somebody who uses, like, I'm busy. I'm sorry, I didn't notice that you texted me last week. Gosh, it's just like so crazy how fast like time moves. What else? This person has a chastity belt on their heart instead of, yeah. And I do feel like there's generally multiple people that they like to entertain, but they do not do well with communication. With Page of Wands in the reverse, they're okay with people getting like the wrong idea about this person. It's like, oh, that's cute. You think I'm falling in love with you? I'm not going to correct you because then maybe I'll still get what I want. 4 of Pentacles in the reverse and the Moon in the reverse. Let this toxic person Go do their toxic stuff over there. You don't need it. I do feel like they're hanging out with more than one person, or at least flirting with more than one person. So depending on what you're looking for, I would say it's a no for me, dog. You know, like go shopping with them or like grab a margarita with them, but like no tonsil hockey. Hello, Shayla. How are you doing? All right, let's see what we've got for Tony. We'll go with the tattoo tarot. You got any tattoos, Tony? All right. What do we have for Tony, please? I'm glad to hear that, Shayla. What do we have for Tony, please? Ooh. Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, Five of Wands in the reverse, and Strength in the reverse. Is this about work? So there's something here to do with your career, job search, or, you know, professional side of things. I feel like we have somebody who is not willing to look at the like writing on the wall or the reality of the situation. It's like I'll give you part of the story and let you kind of like fill in the gaps, but I'm not going to tell you that I know more. Because I'm very focused on, look, these are books, okay? But when they were in the reverse, I kept seeing this as like an iceberg. Like you're just being told the tip of the iceberg of the situation, even though leadership or, you know, the owner of the business or whatever, they know more about what's going on here. They might have like a strategy, or they might, you know, feel like things are going to go down the tubes real quick. Like Strength is in the reverse. So this is like, we messed up. We didn't order enough widgets, or we didn't hire enough people, or we lost our major client. They're hiding some truth that's going to cause some problem within this industry. Who are you really flirting with? That's my question. What else? You draw them. Okay, that's awesome. So we have the Five of Swords in the reverse and the Ace of Wands. So I see some new opportunity coming your way, and you might get this offer or make this new connection and not realize that there is trouble brewing in the current situation or the current industry. So this is saying basically take it seriously or entertain it, even though initially you might be kind of like, nah, I don't need that. Because it's kind of coming through to me that this is like, well, I'm already in a relationship. Why would I be flirting with somebody else? I already have the relationship. This is like, no, you go on and you flirt with that offer, because there's something new that presents itself to you before you realize that you want that thing. Whether it's because you didn't think that was the path or the direction you were going to go, or because you were really hoping that the current situation would work out, your gut is going to, for some reason, tell you, no, you need to like pursue this and see what this offer is, or like entertain this idea, even if you feel like it might like ruin where you currently are or start a fight. Because someone here is withholding information from you that's really important. And I think if you had that information, you'd be like, okay, deuces. Like, I can't stay here, I guess. You ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here. So be open to new opportunities. And I do feel like this is pertaining to work. Maybe it's even just like a part-time gig, but there's something here that is worth your time. Hello, Chris. How are you doing? Oh, that's awesome, Shayla. I'm happy for you. So I hope that helps, and I think I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you everyone for the likes and the subscribes. Thank you for checking out the candles, and thank you for hyping the video if you're able to. I'll see you on the next reading. Toodles.